Former enemies or not, both sides have understood the magnitude of the threat. The magical knowledge of Naruto's former mages is
Oh,
vast,
god dang
as
it, Diamond.
is the power of the Holy
Burstling,
Order.
quick! Find your
Even
charger!
though not all of
You
them
can do it!
disagree, as you probably
Hunt down the charger!
yourself. I do not know. Firespark the Mage has told me your story, and even though your fate is tragic, unlike me, you were insignificant before your change. So maybe everyone can become an emissary, or we simply have not understood the pattern yet.
Okay. If I play a role, does that mean something is controlling me, controlling us?
As I already said, the emissaries simply appear at the beginning of the end, like pieces on a chessboard. We are determined by our skills. How and to what end we use them is our choice.
And what defines this prophet?
On the one hand, your power. You carry the potential to master any skill within a fraction of the usual time needed. I assume you have already realized this. On the other hand, your ability to look into the past, and therefore into the future. Your visions are a window into the past. And as every cycle is based on the same events, it is a window into the future as well.
Huh.
You can feel the thread this world is woven with. And because of that, you can see things that have happened, and thus will happen again. This gift makes you indispensable to us.
Wow,
And
just
it is
wow.
why I want your help.
Okay, so for those who need context, I was boarding a ship from Narum, which is what they're mentioning in this game, to this place, which is Vin, I believe, or Enderal. I can't remember the name of the continent right now. I believe it's Enderal. I boarded a ship to here. So, I stowed away. I got left for dead. I got brought back to life somehow. And I'm discovering I have this weird, unique power, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of cool. Now we're discovering that I'm considered the prophet. I can see the past, which is technically the future. Because, as this guy is describing it, everything that has happened in the past in another civilization or time repeats itself. You know, history is doomed to repeat itself and all that shit. So, what I'm seeing is another timeline where other shit has happened in this world, and then they all disappeared. And I'm seeing that. But, because it hasn't happened here, I'm technically seeing the future. It's weird. It's a really kind of cool story so far. Yeah, we'll keep seeing. How do you think that we can overcome the cycle in the first place after hundreds of civilizations have failed?
That is the wrong question. The correct question is, what alternative do we have? To wait and die?
What is your real name? If you don't want to tell me, just the origins of Azmo. Azmo was the name of a bad guy in a game, or in a book that I read. You could actually, I believe it's in my FAQ section. If you click it down there, it'll bring you to my website, and it will give you that. So, you can find that out. Azmo sees future. Basically, yeah. That's how this works.
If it is wealth and power you seek, you will have it. The Order has enough of both. That is the wrong question. The correct question is, what alternative do we have? If it is wealth and power you seek, you will have it. The Order has enough. Good. However, there's one more thing before the actual work begins. I want you to join our Order. And to do so, you have to pass a test.
Okay, this is weird. There's 2 mouse cursors.
It is. Whatever you think about our story, we are the only faction that is strong enough to oppose. If you want to be part of our mission, you need to have access to
Hey,
our
Bluey's
knowledge
giving me
and
an auto
resources.
host. Thank you.
There will be voices in the Order speaking against your admission, as they are speaking against the presence of the Neremese mages. Consider it an honor or a necessity. It is up to you. It is the trial the novices have to pass
Gmod skeleton?
to be
No.
exalted to the
Except
role
that there are
of a
Dark Soul
keeper.
skeletons. Oh,
Only
no.
the best students of the Squalor are allowed admission, and even though you have not been a novice, I want you to take it too.
But hello! Welcome back.
At this very moment, 2 novices are on their way to the testing grounds. I have informed them about your arrival.
Is there anything?
I had a hunch. Let us leave it at that. I have only a slight acquaintance with them. However, I know that they are both very talented and have been working hard toward the test. But see them for yourself.
Okay. I don't know who are in skeletons, because they're undead.
At the border
They
to the
can't die.
Heartland, near the Whisper Wood. They will be waiting for you there. Take the Myret, talk to Signet Master Bartar, and hand him this package. Ah, one more thing. It might be self-evident, but keep your knowledge about the death of the Lightborn to yourself. I do not believe you can do any real harm, but in the worst case, path-abiding people will consider you a heretic. After the cycle has been stopped, we will deliberate upon how we deal with the matter. If and how we tell our people about it. But not now. No, leave. The soon we are part of an eternal loop, a cycle. And our cycle is...
You made a cool pic of you? Let me see. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I like it. There you go. You can have that. Thank you. Believe we got that? Yeah, we got that fulfilled. There we go.
approaching its end.
I will do another hard save. Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh yes, I love this lag. Feels good, man.
Now look at that. It's the prodigy. Now look at that. Someone who's actually interested in us as people rather than in our knowledge about the Pyrene.
Favorite game?
But
Really depends on what I'm in the mood for, you know what I mean?
really wouldn't mind a good talk right now.
I
Hold on a
retweeted
second.
it, by the way, personally.
Arizalian Brandy. Vintage 8214. What do you say? A glass and a good talk? There are a couple of things I wanted to ask you anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Alright then.
Let's go have some drinks with the pretty lady. Ah. By the way, do you also like Tokyo Ghoul RE? Yes, I think Tokyo Ghoul RE is actually really fucking good this time around. Better than the fucking... God, it's so much better than the second season of the anime. Because fuck that.
When I hear you say that, I don't regret for a second that I never came back to Ostian. Even though I've thought about it from time to time.
You're from Austin, look more like a...
Wow! Finally, someone who says it up front. Yeah, I've got some Scarag blood in me, though comparably little in regards to how much it shows. My grandfather, he used to serve in the South Realms Marines. And one day they captured a ship of Scarag raiders, some of them women. Stories say he fell in love with one of them, and yeah,
Huh!
you can connect the dots.
They added
But to
sitting?
answer your original
Wow, yeah.
question, yes,
Raids are
I'm
still a
from
thing.
Ostian, though we fled the city around 10 years ago.
It
Right
really
choice,
is.
As I probably don't need to tell you. The temple was always a bunch of fanatical fuckheads, but that bastard High Priest Janus gave the
There we
word
go.
butcher an entirely new meaning.
One more thing about interesting. Do you know anything about that woman your grandfather fell in love with? That's not an everyday
I
story.
know. And nah, I hardly know anything about her. Only that they were raiders and that she fled about 2 years after giving birth to me. Poor Grandpa. You should have seen how people reacted to the way I looked. Even as a kid, they always looked at me and my almond-shaped eyes as if they were expecting me to pull out a skull fetish any second and start putting curses on anyone in the vicinity.
There's power, and they show the real face.
Maybe. Warriors of the Creator. War against the infidels. The Creator's children don't even sugarcoat how radical their faith is anymore. And still, so many people join their ranks.
Background noises, 10 out of 10, right?
But then
So
again,
much dialogue.
I
This
guess
is a very good story, though.
don't think for yourself anymore. Let someone else do it for you.
You're never
At
guaranteed to
least
get
it was
gold.
for my brother.
Keep that in mind.
I had. He was about 15 years older than me, and was always a troubled child. Rakul. That was his name. You know, my family was very wealthy before we fled. Drapers for generations. The best in Ostian. I suppose that's why my father expected so much from Rakul, since I, as a woman, wouldn't have been allowed to take over the business when my father would have retired.
Oh.
But Rakul, he just wasn't made out for it, you know? He was shy and introverted, and never had a hand for money. I can't remember how often father told him that he was a disgrace to the family.
That's fucked.
You can call it that, yes. Looking back,
Baby,
I think the temple only gave him
gotta
what
go
father
to the
wouldn't.
bathroom. Okay.
A perspective.
Alrighty, Emmy.
The
Thank you for
feeling
coming
of
on by.
being
It's
needed.
probably the best I've seen Skyrim look or sound, to be
Spent
honest.
almost all his time in the temple.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
He knew the entire Rania, their
Oopie.
holy
Thank you for the follow.
scripture, by heart. Well, and one day, he announced that simply attending.
By the way,
Mass
this is
wasn't
a.
enough
I
anymore.
believe she is a
He would join the
romance
temple's warriors.
option for you. Keep that in mind.
Come on. My brother wasn't the. Of course, my father is to blame too, but. And once that's done, they send them to fight for their holy causes. In other words, their own interests, like pawns on a chessboard. And if they die. I'm sorry, my dame. Your youngest son just died. But don't worry, he's in a better place now, eating grapes and drinking. Now, do you have any other neglected children for us? Damn it, I hate those bastards. Just hate them so much. He was slaughtered, hacked into pieces by Chancellor Baratheon's cavalry.
Jesus.
That was before the peace treaty. I'd be surprised if they taught him what end of a lance to stab with before they sent him into the field. But, well, I guess that answers the question you asked me up in the temple, doesn't it? I was sick of seeing people using religion for their own ends. Creator, Lightborn, the Great Spirit. Same shit, different name. And you know what? No matter how much chaos the death of the gods caused, I don't regret being a part of it, not in the least. It was the right thing to do. Anyway, I'd say we call it quits for now, okay? It was good talking to you, but I'm dying for a nap.
Stew. Roast
Take
pork.
care.
Anyone?
Hey, pay attention to the game and chat simultaneously. Magic. I'm gonna hit this dude. His stream's going on and off. Oh, but I wanted to follow the booty. Okay.
Where did I put that?
I'm curious. Could I have... I want to see what I could have done differently. Oh, fuck it. I'll deal with it.
My sir?
But seriously, Mr. 10, it's a lot of practice, almost. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like I don't do well with it sometimes, and sometimes I do. I'm not gonna bullshit you on that. So that loading screen is beautiful.